everybody today. So 2020, this is the election day. We have some people that are climbing on in. We have a special guest with us today, James Bernard from Indiana. And if I hope I'm right, I'm from California, dude. They all kind of blend together. Indiana, Iowa. I don't know. I'll probably get it wrong, but yes, it is Indiana. I know it is. I'm just joking with everybody. I hope everybody did get out and vote. I hope that you will take that seriously, like so many people have. Today's show, in fact, let me introduce myself. I mean, in case you guys have forgotten since last week, the week before, what have you, if this is your first time here watching this, I'm Ian Cordle. I'm also known as the Dentologist. And here on PDR Interviews Live, we have a few sponsors. One being Mobile Tech Shade. Simply the best, rain or shine. Mobile suction cup mounted extendable patented umbrella. And then we also have Dent Man Tools. So I'd also like to throw a shout out here to the other hosts of their show. We've got Warm Apple Pie with Jesse Ha. And then we have Frank with Frank It Up Fridays. Get shit done. Get it done. So, and then my show, The Dentologist Live. So that's what you are watching right now. Boy, I mean, you can't turn the channel on TV without seeing, I mean, everything is based around who the next president is going to be. And, we all have our opinion on how things are going. I want to hear kind of in the comments here today, as I'm interviewing James, how your last 4 years have gone. And I know we've been going through some stuff here with the pandemic and just kind of a lot of things this year, politically especially. But I have to say, all in all, I don't know if it's because I've not had the chance to go on vacation or do things, kind of been locked in, just keeping my nose to the ground and making sure that I stay busy, or my customers make sure of that. But I have had an absolutely incredible year. I mean, I incredible. So I want to know. I want to know how your guys' years have gone and what you guys are looking forward to years to come. So without further ado, I'd like to bring on my new friend, James Bernard. Let's bring him in here. Let's have a chat with James. Good morning.
Morning. How you doing, Ian?
I'm doing good, buddy. You sound a little hoarse.
Oh, that's regular. That's regular.
Okay. Well, hey, introduce yourself to everyone. Let them know who you are and where you're at and what you're doing right now.
So my name is James Bernard. I am in Southern Indiana, in a little town of Orleans, about 2 hours south of Indianapolis, and I work for Southern Indiana Dent. That's Mike Glidewell and Tim Boyd. They're the owners of that one. So I've been pushing metal for about 8 months now, consistently. Went back for training back in March of 2019, and quickly found out I need someone to help me along because I was jacking stuff up pretty good. So. But Mike Glidewell was able to talk to him, have lunch with him. And so as of August of this year, I am full-time with Southern Indiana Dent. And I also do wheels. So
That's great, man.
Refurbish wheels. That's
great. Now, did you know Mike Glidewell before you went over to assist him?
No. What he wanted to hire me back in March. So we've known each other a little over a year.
Okay.
But
that's because of wheel repair. That's because of wheel repair and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. And then because of the pandemic, we had to hold off until August until I got hired on. So
got it. Well, I'll tell you what, we got a few people in here right now, and like Bruce Halverson, great guy. Bruce. If you don't know Bruce, or if you do know Bruce, the guy just amazing. Did you know that that he's a professional drummer. Did you know that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I used to go to the same church as him years ago.
What a great guy,
So
man. I love Bruce. He's just a good dude, man.
Yeah,
And
he is.
his comment to the question that I had asked earlier was, how did everybody's year go? Even amidst everything that's going on in the world with the pandemic and everything. And I agree with Bruce on this comment here where he says, incredible year, regardless of COVID, best year in 24 years. Man, I'm telling you, same here. I mean, there's so much growth going on with the economy, even amidst what's going on in the world, makes you think. So if you haven't gotten out and voted, remember that. That comment. We've got Dent mate. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is, but I got a little tickle in my throat too, buddy. We got Dent mate out here. Let me show you what he said. He calls you a superstar. You look like a superstar, buddy.
That's Glidewell right there. So
All
it's
right.
biased.
All right.
Thanks, bro.
I'm going to clear my throat one last time. I apologize.
Yeah, no, get it.
Now, we had talked briefly in regards to, your path moving forward, paintless dent repair and everything. As you would agree, and so many people, whether they're first starting out or they've been doing it for a while, I hear often in my 30 years of doing this multiple times from customers, almost weekly, man, you make that and that's so easy to do. It really isn't. And even for guys that are experienced like myself, time behind the tool is thousands and thousands of hours.
Yeah.
Dude, we still have days that, it's like you get to a point, dude, where you're like, do you know who you're talking to? I will get that dent out. It's not a problem. And then that dent just spanks you, dude. And like, how are you going to pull out of it? How are you going to make this dent happen and finish this and still keep your name? Because something you'll learn. I know you already know this with wheels and just the automotive reconditioning period, you're only as good as the last job you performed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
So I'll tell you one thing to keep your head and your chin up as you move forward with this. And by the way, I've met Mr. Glidewell and good guy. He's I've heard a lot about him and the way he runs his business, and heard he has a lot of patience. And so you know what? That's good. That's good. That's a good characteristic to have, because I'll tell you, if it wasn't for this business or wasn't for this type of business that I'm in and have been for so long, I wouldn't have the patience that I have. Now you have a family, a wife, and how many daughters?
Two daughters. I got two little girls.
What are their names?
Sienna and Zoe. They're 10 and 7.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you got your hands full with that.
I do. And as a matter of fact, those two, just to get a little, back, me and my wife, we've been married we're coming on 27 years in next February.
Congratulations.
And thank you. She's put up with a lot. But we couldn't have children for 16 years. We tried all the medical stuff. We went to doctors, and it's just nothing worked out. But God healed my wife, and now we've got two little girls, 10-year-old and 7-year-old. We're both 47. That's so great. They're our miracle babies, and they're just every morning when I like this morning they got up and waved to me as I'm leaving the driveway, and it's like, man,
that's what it's all about, bro.
Blessing.
That's what it's all about.
Those are my girls. Yeah,
that's awesome, man. Yeah, that's awesome. So you had this opportunity with Michael, and I can only imagine. Really starting out, dude, during this, I hear about people starting this trade during this whole pandemic, and that's virtually what you've done, because it's been going on the whole time that you've tried to go move forward with paintless dent repair. What would you say is the biggest thing that's on your mind moving forward with PDR? What would you say the thing that you need to most work on, or that you're like, man, that part of it is so freaking hard? What would you say that would be?
It's that's not even have to think about it. It's the finishing. I can get it to 85-90% pretty consistent now, and it's that last 10 to 15% that sometimes, and like I said, Mike has patience. Sometimes he has to tell me, be patient, slow down. Right. I want to. I see that last little crevice, and I want to just
Right.
push, you know, and then all of a
And
sudden
you
I
see
just
them doing
destroyed
it
it.
too. You see them
Yeah.
doing it, and it's like, gosh, dude, this guy's melting them out,
Yeah. Yeah.
The one thing I could give you a tip on that,
Hmm.
and I'm full of it, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you, starting out, and here's the contradiction to PDR in my mind when I train guys is, their mindset's the same way. It's the 80, I mean, dude, 90, but that last little 10%
Hmm.
is PDR.
Yeah.
But now let's reverse back to when you
Okay.
first started the Dent.
Hmm.
How did you bring it up with the first 20 hits? And that first 20 hits will dictate if you're able to complete the last 10%.
Hmm.
Audience,
Yeah.
I mean, do you agree? Because that is such a hard thing to grasp for so many guys doing this that they'll get it up, and I mean they'll bring it out and everything, and it's that pinched,
Yeah.
tight center that they can't find their tool on. How do they bring it up differently to where they're able to finish that last 10% and it's not as hard? And that's the whole contradiction to PDR.
Yeah.
There's so many people out there that can do up to even 5%. But then someone like me comes in and they're like, man, how did you complete? It's because of the way that I started. It's because of how I brought it up evenly, kept it round, did my thing, closed off anything that was feeding off, and then moved forward with it. And now I'm able to complete the Dent, and it's not as hard to do,
Yeah. And that's
So,
what me and Glidewell are kind of going through right now is
yep,
because when I did try to do it on my own, I created a lot of bad habits.
right.
And so right from the very get-go, so that stuff we're working on too is like, if I'm wanting to go here and do this, Mike's like, no, slow, go try this first. And I
Right.
go there and I bang around and it's like, all right, here we go. And
That's
now
right.
I'm seeing that not only is it 10% what a PDR finisher, but the first when you first start it,
That's key, dude.
it can
Key.
create or destroy.
And ironically enough, when you first start them, those are just as tough as trying to finish something that you maybe closed up a little bit too much because you can't see that tool just right in the beginning. You're trying to figure out, am I? And I mean, dude, you could be off by that much, and now you've done something. You know what I'm saying? So that's the whole key.
Right there.
Is hey, if you're not on for the first one, stop, reverse back, start again. Figure out where you are and find that tool. Hey, Bruce had a comment. He always has great comments. I love Bruce for it because every dent is like a fingerprint. They're all different. And that is so true. There's no two dents.
I found that.
The comment that you'll find that customers that'll give you, no matter how long you do this, is, what's your average? How much does it cost? And it's like, well, I can give you general costs, but I don't know what it's on. We have aluminum nowadays, a lot more than we did when I first started.
Yeah.
The how sharp it is, was it put in with it like an ice pick, or was it something that somebody had socked up and placed, and it could be the same size, but they are so different from one to the other. So tackling these or knowing how to tackle them is all in your training, buddy. That's what you got to stick to and everything. But I'm proud of you. And the fact that you have 2 daughters and a wife that support you, man, you're on your road to success, dude,
I appreciate that.
Making it happen, bro. So before PDR, you said that you were doing wheels. Now, was that your own business? Were you doing it for someone else?
No, I actually, it's kind of funny is I went back in March of 19. I did construction all my life. And so when we moved to this area, it was tough to get into construction around where I'm at. And so I called up Fernando Sanchez, which is back there in Bellingham, Washington, a good friend of Bruce. And I flew back and did a week training with him. And while I was there, I said, hey, bro, show me how to do wheels too. Show me how to do so we did wheels, and then we did kind of a Dane King type training. Sure. And that's where actually I learned how to do wheels, was from Fernando. And I come back, and that's actually what's have kept me going a little bit. Cause like when I came back, I mean, I'm fixing little small stuff with Fernie, and I come back here and I'm like, yeah, I can do that quarter panel smash, no problem. Right. Yeah, right. So real life. Yeah,
exactly.
But because I was doing wheels so well, the car lots were like, okay, so quit doing dents, but keep doing our wheels. And so through this year and a half of transition,
don't touch your dents anymore. Just at least they were polite with you, dude, and they definitely kept you.
Yeah,
that's politely put.
Yeah. So I had to take a full time job for a while, but during that, when I was doing that full time job, a couple of the car lots that kept me were in the same town. So when I got off at 3:30, I'd come over to the car lots and work till 7, 8 o'clock at night, and then go home. And Saturdays, I had my two big lots where I do wheels at, and I'd go every Saturday out. So, I mean, it was two, 3 jobs, but hey, now I've hired on with Glidewell, and things are clicking. I'm
That's great.
seeing the dents better, and yeah, I'm still doing wheels. So I
That's
mean,
great.
it's
That's
good.
great. And you've got a trade. You got one trade that's at least able to finance you. This
Hmm.
is something I'm going through with my youngest one. Okay. My
Hmm.
oldest, my 24-year-old son, Zane, is doing great. I'm so proud of him.
Hmm.
And it's been a
Good.
hard road to get in this last 4.5 years of doing paintless dent repair to where he is. But I
Hmm.
couldn't be more proud of him. God has put so many opportunities in front of him. And I knew it would be like this with the path that I've laid out. But it took him to walk it, and he's really
Yeah.
doing great. But now the 19-year-old, here's the thing I'm dealing with him. Okay. I'm super proud of both of my boys, but boy, my 19-year-old, he is literally a carbon copy visually of me. And I keep telling him, dude, you literally will walk in and they'll be all, Ian, that what I mean, he's that much of a carbon copy. So
Wow.
I've tried to pump him up, if you do this, you do that. And that's just it, is making yourself available, whether
Hmm.
it's having to work till 9 o'clock at night, man.
Yeah.
I'm not shy of that. I still do it at 46 years
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
every week, and
Yeah.
it's, do I need to, financially? No.
Hmm.
But you know what? I'm just a glutton for it. I've been doing it
Hmm.
for so long that's what
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that I've been trying to instill on my son is this isn't a 9 to 5 job. This isn't, even
Hmm.
when you do learn it, if someone is nice enough to give you their account or give you those cars to work on, you don't go, well, you know what? It's lunchtime. I have to take an hour and a half lunch to do
Yeah.
this, and then at 4:30, you're like, well, we're going ahead and we're going to go ahead and call it a day. And it's like, what about the rest of the
Hmm.
cars? Well, I'll see you next week. No, what about all the extra cars that are going to be ready for next week? So these are
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
that we deal with that a lot of other types of businesses and stuff don't, or
Hmm.
types of,
Yeah.
types of trades. So,
Yeah.
like construction, would you agree that, yes, there are a couple days that you got to stay later,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
it's not like PDR at
No.
all.
No. No.
You got to finish your stuff, or they'll call
Yeah.
the next guy that's way more hungry to get there
Hmm.
and finish that stuff
Hmm.
for you. And that's
Yeah.
why we keep
Yeah.
accounts and stuff. Have you seen that kind of drive with Michael?
Yes. Yeah. And during our training, while we're training, we got this one car lot that we do Wednesdays, strictly dents. And the deal with that car lot, though, that the managers don't get there till 10 o'clock, but we are, we've been there long enough now to where they're not even looking at, they're just like, just do what you got to do.
Right.
So we can get there earlier and start working. But man, Mike's been there with me till they close at 7, or I think it's 8 o'clock they close. So I mean, we've been there. We have 14 cars to do. We're
Get
there.
him done. You got to get him
Yeah,
done.
yeah,
And
exactly.
you can't rush on him, man. You got to,
No, no.
we rush, but we don't
Hmm.
do it other than,
Yeah,
we won't settle for anything else other than taking
yeah,
care of these accounts that are taking care of us,
yeah,
giving us the cars.
yeah. Absolutely.
So that's great, man. That's great. Michael, I've heard a lot of good things about Glidewell. I've heard a lot of good things about how he runs his business and
Hmm.
everything. And I think you're quite blessed, man, to be
I am. I
in
am.
his
Yeah,
path. So,
yeah.
where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself here? And because these goals, these things of planting
Hmm.
that seed, man, is huge. It'll help you carry on to the
Yeah.
next level. And I mean, I'm not preaching to the choir. I'm no older
Hmm.
than you.
Hmm.
I'm not some old
Yeah.
guy that's trying to tell you. But where do you see yourself going with PDR here in the future?
I definitely, I definitely want to do retail. I want to get good enough to be a great tech to do retail. If a hailstorm, like in our area, we do get hailstorms from time to time. And
Right.
Glidewell actually, I think in 2018, he ran a pretty big storm.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to chase hail, but if hail comes in our area, I'll definitely, I'd like to step in and do it once I'm good enough.
Oh yeah.
Um, so retail, and then yeah, so just, and I'll probably, I mean, me and Glidewell's talked about this, but I'll probably stick with Glidewell for a long time because there's just so much opportunity and growth and the plans that he's talked to about me. So, I mean,
There's a lot to be said from somebody that that takes you in and shows you the path and deals with, because all these things get forgotten, man. Unfortunately, you know, life moves on. You know, a few years are going by, and you know, there's so many events that happen in life consistently. But that's the thing is the stuff that guys do, like Glidewell, where they take someone in and show them and deal with, you know, the dent's not being finished, them having to go back over it and stuff like that. You know, I know that for the longest time, it was very hard for me to grasp when I had a newbie coming on or my son or whatever. It's like, God, man, I could be finished with this stuff. I'd be 2 hours ago, you know, and it's like, I got to go back over there. I got to drive back over to this store and finish 3 cars when I could have been done, you know. But you know what? That's stuff that, you know, always, you know, remember that stuff. When someone has your best interest in mind and you start to get good at whatever, it's finally able to replenish what they did.
Payback.
And that is so huge. I mean, I'm a really big talker about that because, you know, that is something that you just have to remember, you know, there's all those times that were super tough. Now, is it cold? Is it raining or snowing out there where you're at?
No, it's sunny. It's a little chilly, but I mean, not a cloud in the sky and sunny.
Ooh,
so
love it, man. What's the temperature?
I'm inside of one of the offices right now, but I think it's about 55, 60 degrees. Somewhere in there.
It's balmy.
Perfect. Yeah.
Actually, I like that. That's a perfect temperature, especially for us big guys, man. You know, we start melting. Now I saw some of the pictures that I put on your intro video and stuff. You know, when you were at your fighting weight, you know, out of high school with your when you first started with your wife and everything. And you know, did you ever play any sports?
No. We played a lot of pickup football. Got a bunch of guys. I mean, we played. When I say this number, I hardly believe it myself. But I mean, really, we played pickup football almost every weekend for 20 years.
Wow!
It was just a bunch of us guys from church, and we'd have guys drive up from Seattle when I lived back in Bellingham. Turkey Bowl, we'd have like 50 guys show up. I mean, it was just it was
off that turkey, dude, or it's either that or go to bed. You know what I'm saying?
It was tackle football, no pads, and just go for it.
Dudes are back, their fingers are dislocated. I know. And it's like, you know, I was a guy, dude, what?
Exactly. I didn't hit that. And then,
dude, it looks like we probably had the same incidences.
Well, then I did train for boxing for about 3 years.
What do you do for fun with your family, with your daughters? Do you have a hobby?
Right now, no. I'm just trying to get caught up with my bills. So I'm working. That's my hobby right now, is working.
You know what? That's a good hobby to have, man.
Yeah.
You know, you got a good thing to do. And you know what?
Somebody could have been a pro wrestler.
You know, this dude's big, man. You know, I was wondering when he was going to do the Jimmy Fly Suka, or you know, for
Superfly Suka.
Superfly, yeah.
There's
so many people out there that have no idea what I just said, dude. You know that you're in about this age cap when
Superfly. Love that guy.
Oh yeah, get it. Well, there's so many different things to PDR, and we talked about a bunch of different stuff. I hope that you know, if you have any questions, you reach out. You know, I'd be happy to set a time aside and answer, you know, any questions from a California point of view. And I know there's a bunch of technicians out there too as well. Randy Hobson is who reached out. I reached out to Randy, actually. Had one gentleman that won't name any names, and there's no holds barred. I have no ill will or anything against him, but you know, we'd scheduled a couple different times to be on the show. I built the video, I did everything. He's so busy and things are moving so fast that he wasn't able to make it. And he will be on the show later. I'll tell you, you know, that's just it. Is you got to just keep pushing, man, and making it happen. But Randy set me up with you, and people like Randy are great people to have in your arsenal. Because he is such a kind person, and so many people. He's just the kind of guy you just like to hang around, man. You know, hear what he's got to say and everything, and bounce ideas off of and everything else. But Randy is the one that introduced us and told me to give you a call and stuff. We got I think it's Glidewell. some stuff here. Thank you guys for all the kind words. I couldn't be more proud of James. He has a bright future ahead, and I agree. I think he does.
All right, I'm blushing. I'm blushing now.
Now you tell him you're going to take a little vacation as soon as he learns stuff. He better not mess up, dude. He better keep going.
Yeah. No,
20 yards a day. That's all we ask. 20 a day.
Yeah.
And wheels.
Yeah. And wheels.
So to end this, or to finish this, to finish the show, maybe you can tell us a couple ideas that you have for pushing forward here, in the PDR industry, as far as, what do you think it's going to take? I know you already know, but what do you think it's going to take here pushing forward, say in the next 2 months to grow leaps and bounds with paintless dent repair? What are you doing for your future to do that?
Slowing down. I have to slow down.
That's right.
Glidewell caught me in a bad habit that I have. When you push and your light flexes, and that so you find your tip. I never really did that. I always drug my tip, but my problem was I drug like this.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm dragging.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm dragging, and I see it go through the center of the dent, but when I stop, I'm not in the center of the dent no more, and I start pushing. So that they're slowing that down and pushing to find my tip, just slowing down.
Right.
It's just that's just
in a nutshell, dude. It's huge.
Yeah.
Remember, man, that light, when you're pushing on it, us big guys and even small guys, medium guys, whoever it is doing paintless dent repair, the hardest thing for me to teach or have 250 guys showing them this. What I saw, the biggest thing between all of them that they had the most problem with, especially big guys, was soon as you push, you need to move. You need to move around. You need to see, what we'll do.
I do.
Your head never moves. Yeah. It's like, I can't tell you how many times, I'll grab their head and I'll be like, dude, look, there it is, So that slower will also create a going, dude, now I really can't see it because I'm not, doing fast, catching it or whatever. Yeah. When you do that, when you push and you think you know where your tool is, bring that light. You can bring that light just by moving your head just up a little bit. Yeah, right in the center. Where you need it to be.
And that's something me and Glidewell have talked about. Is I get tunnel vision. I get that newbie tunnel vision. Yeah, I'm looking at the dent. I'm like, there it is. Yeah. Oh, move your head over here.
Right.
Move your light over here, and all of a sudden you see there's a whole crease. The whole time I'm trying to get out that dent, I'm not getting it out because I don't have my light in the right spot. Right. I don't have my head in the right spot. It's different. So okay, I'm pushing in the wrong spot. Yeah. So it's just slower and head movement and not get tunnel vision. Those are things that And
all you need now is practice, bro. You got those main key things down. Listen to Glidewell. I know he'll set you, he'll set you on the right path, and already has. We got one more comment from Bruce here. Forget about the money. That's secondary, dude. The money will come if you get this down. The money will come. That's exactly it. I think moving forward, dude, you got a great path. I do. I'm really excited for you.
Thank you.
For your daughters and your family and the life that you're going to give them, here in the future. But we all go through trials and tribulations, man. That's something that, he never puts us through anything we can't handle.
That's right. That's right.
So even though at times you're going,
what in the world?
Give me a break. What the heck? When you put it in perspective and everything, it's the truth.
It is.
We got Frank is in the house. Get that beard, bro. I just want to go over. I just want to do this.
Stroke it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That and drink some coffee and get all wired up. That's all.
I need to get some more of his cold brew. That was good stuff there. That was good stuff.
Well, hey man, thank you so much.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Really appreciate that. And you know what? I'm going to be checking in with you, seeing how you're doing here. Real soon. Are you going to MTE? Do you have any plans? Does Michael have any plans going to MTE?
I think they're going. I'm not. I just I've got to try to get caught up on bills and stuff. And I put myself in a pretty good hole, trying to go from construction to this. So here we go. Now time to climb out.
All right, man. You got a lot of people rooting for you, especially
Thank you.
Well, hey, thank you again for coming on. And we wish you the best of luck with this, man. Just
Thank you, sir.
keep
I
on
will.
pushing,
I
bro.
will.
You'll
Ain't
get
going to
it.
give up.
All right,
Ain't
man.
going
You
to
have
give
a
up.
good day.
All right. You too. Thank you.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
Let's see here. We got Bam. Another great guy, going to be a great technician. I just have a funny feeling about him. He's got a great demeanor. He wants it. And that's, that's pretty much all you really need in this business. That, and then to back it up with a lot of hard work and practice, practice, practice. So, what he does have this, I know he does. And Randy is, again, such a great guy for introducing me to him. And, I want to know about these guys that are up and coming. I want to talk to them and help however I can, as long as they're not planning on coming into my area, we will be friends. We will be the best of friends. Oh, man. Well, hey, that concludes another episode of the Dentologist Live. I really appreciate everybody tuning in to the show on PDR interviews. And let's see here. We got a couple people that are, what's happening? How you doing? We've got people that are making comments. We got people that are watching the show and everything. If there's somebody that you have in mind that you want on the show, or you think would be a good interview, you think I could put them on the spot and talk about what they got going on in the PDR world, let me know. Reach out to me, and I will put them on the show. I'll put them on the spot is what I'll do. But that concludes another show of the Dentologist Live. Thank you so much for watching. Again, our sponsors, PDR Interviews. Gotta love the guys there. And then we've got Mobile Tech Shade, simply the best rain or shine, and Dent Man Tools. And we've got one more now that I have to remember, and that is, I know that there's some people, this is a family-friendly show, but I am going to say it, get shit done with Frank Sale. Everyone have a wonderful day. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others, and keep on pushing. I'll talk to you guys later.